I welcome you back to this video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to model your raft foundation, okay, in Prota structure, okay. If you have successfully followed this video to this stage, I say congratulations to you, okay. Then to start modeling my raft foundation now, I will first go to my plan view, okay. Then I will go to my story 0. As you know that your story 0 is your foundation, okay. Then I will start modeling my foundation, okay. You need to be very careful while modeling your foundation. It is very important. Then, because it is a raft foundation and this is a beam raft foundation, as you know that we have different types of raft foundation, I'll go to beam, okay. I want my beam depth to be 225, okay, or let's give it 1200 mm depth, okay. This depends on your soil test. Your soil test will tell you the depth of your foundation. Sorry, I'm to enter my breadth here, which is 225 mm, okay. Then the depth here, I will enter 1200 mm, okay, 1200 mm, okay. You should always follow what your soil test, okay. You should follow what your geotechnical engineer told you. Then I will click on, I've entered my breadth and I've entered my height, okay. Then you don't have anything to work on there again. All you need to do now is to start inserting your beams the way you want it to run, okay. I will insert a beam this way. I will insert a beam this way, okay, and I will insert a beam this way. Let me see. I will insert a beam to run this way. Now run a beam this way. I will take it to this point, okay. I will take this to this point, okay. Then let me take this one in first. I'll run this from here. I'll connect it to this point. And I'll take this from here to here. I'll take this back this way. I'll take this to this point, okay. You have to work on this based on your ground floor straightly, and you consider that load that are coming directly from your first floor at times, okay. Then I'll connect this one from here to this point, okay. I'll take it down straightforward. I'll connect this to this side. I'll connect this to this side. I'll take this down, okay. Then let me see, where do I still need? Then I can also divide this panel. I'll divide this panel into 2, okay. Then we'll go and look at our ground floor model. Then I can cut this way. I think this is better. If I like, I can still decide to divide this point, okay. But make sure whenever you are designing, your design is at least is economical. It's very important. You design based on 3 things: safety, serviceability, and economy, okay. It's very important. Take it down, and you take this one down this way, okay. Then let's see, let me go to my AutoCAD file now, okay. I'll go to my AutoCAD file, then I'll check my ground floor. I'll check what is happening at this point. As you can see, this is an entrance, but at this entrance, there must be something they will step on, okay. As you can see, let me use this place as an example. As you can see, there is a step here, 1, 2, 3, okay, and there is something like a slab here for them to step on before they will do what? Before they will go inside the building. Firstly, I will connect this point first to my building, okay. I will connect this point. It's very important. Then let me see how I can connect that point. I can create an axis here. Once I create an axis here, then this slab, this wall will be able to sit directly on it, okay. Or I can also leave the beam here so that once I leave the beam here, this wall can sit directly on it. This means that at this point here, let me see, this is the longer side. Is it the point? Let me check it again. Okay, this is it. Okay, meaning this point, I will connect this point. Let's check for the other side. I can also connect this point because I have a grid here already. I can connect it at this one and take this one outside. Okay, that's fine. And it's still going to be the same thing. We are still going to have the slab here. Okay, but let me connect this one first. I'll connect this one at this grid. I'll go to my Prota structure now. And I'll connect this one from here to this point. Okay. Then I'll also connect this one. Let me check my drawing again. I can connect this one, as I've said. I can connect it from here. Okay. Let me connect it from this one. I'll go to my Prota structure now. I'll connect this one from here. Okay. Then I'll go to my AutoCAD now. Then from here, as I've said, there must be a slab. Okay. If you look at the elevation of the drawing, can you see that there is a slab here before they will even go inside the building? Okay. After climbing the riser of the step. Okay. So this place is just like an entrance porch. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'll go back to my AutoCAD, to my Prota structure rather. Okay, and I'll create a beam here. Okay, I'll create a beam here. I'll create a beam this way. Okay, I'll do the same thing for this end. But for this end, let's check this point. Let's check this point first. Okay, this is the first grid. Let me go back to my floor plan. Sorry. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm talking about this particular grid now. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We are done with that. Then for this particular place as well, this is grid 6. And this one is the ending at grid what? Is going to end at, this is 5. After grid 5, we offset a particular grid, and that is where we are going to stop it. Okay, so grid 5. After grid 5, let me see, I offset a particular grid. Let me go to my story 2 and story 1. I'll go to my story 1 now. If you remember, I offset this grid. Okay, and this is A18. Okay, if I go to this is my AutoCAD file now. This is the point. Okay, if you remember, when we offset this thing, this is the point where it's going to stop. Okay, okay, that is A18. So I'll go to my story 0 now. At my story 0 now, I'll look for my A18. Okay, and I'll create a small beam here. I'll select this one and say properties. Okay, let me check. This is it from here to this point and to this point. Okay, I can also decide not to have a beam here. I can also decide not to have a beam at this point. Okay, because the span is not that much, and I can also still divide it. It's fine. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do now is let me go to my 3D to show you what we have been doing. Can you see that? Can you see what we have been doing? This is our model. Okay, so let me go back to my floor plan now. I'll go back to my story 0. Then I'm going to insert my slab. Okay, I'll go to slab. Okay, the minimum thickness for our ground floor slab is 200 mm. Okay, 200 mm. Okay, then to insert this slab now, because I'm on foundation level, this is the height of our foundation is 1200. Okay, then I want the slab, I want the thickness of the slab to flush at the top of the beam. Okay, then it means 1200 minus 200 mm, 1200 minus what is it called, minus the thickness of the slab, that will be 1000 mm. So the thickness of the slab, or the beam, the slab rather, will be at a level of 1000 mm. Okay, then I'll go to this lobe here. As you can see, my concrete cover is 50 mm. I'll leave it at 50 mm. I'll click on this load I will enter my room, I will right click and I'll choose bedroom and dormitories, okay? And I will start inserting my slab. I will insert my slab, okay? For this point, you don't need to consider a staircase area. You don't need to consider that. This is because your starter bar will sit directly on your slab. You know that, okay? It is on your first floor, you consider your staircase area and you won't have to insert slab for some portion, okay? So we have successfully inserted our slab. As you can see, the depth is 200 mm, okay? Then I'll click on escape. Okay, so if I show you what we have done now, you can see that we have slab of 200 mm inserted on our beam, okay? Can you see that? Okay, the next thing we are going to do now is to insert our load, okay, our wall load on our beam, okay? I'll go back to my story 0 now. I will select one beam, I will right click and say edit wall load, and if you remember, the height of our building is 3.5, and I've told you how we got the value of 3.47 for your wall load. If you have not watched the previous video, please kindly go and do so. The wall height now, 3005 minus the 450 beam is going to be 3.05, okay? Then I'll click on tab. The wall thickness will be 0.225, okay? Then I'll click on OK. As you can see, we have successfully inserted a wall load for this. I will right click because it's still selected and I will say copy wall load, okay? Then I will go down, I will select the first beam, I will scroll down again, I will select the last beam, I will right click and say paste copied beam load. I will click on yes, okay? And I've successfully inserted a wall load for all my beams, okay? If I show you what I've just done in 3D now, you see that all our beams now have a wall load compared to the way it was before, okay? Compared to the wall. For this particular point now, we don't need a wall load here, and delete it. Delete wall load, yes. As I've said before, yes. Okay, I'll select this one. I will delete the wall load, delete wall load, yes. This is just an intra push, so you don't need a wall load at that point. Select this one, right click and say delete wall load. I'll click on yes. So let's do the same thing for the other hand. And I've told you that you have to delete the places or the beams where you know walls are not going to pass, okay? I don't need to start showing that again. You should know how to delete all your wall load, okay? Okay, can you see that? Can you see? Can you see that? So let me go back to my 0 plan. Let me go back to my 0 plan. Okay. On this plan now, before I go straight to my analysis, I need to, before on our superstructure, we finish our model and we run our analysis before we created our slab strip. But on your foundation level, it's not like that. Once you finish your modeling, you need to do your slab strip before you proceed for your analysis. I'll go to slab strip, okay, and this time around I'll click on my X direction first, okay, and this time around I'm going to be using, let me type 1 here. I'm going to be using finite element strip for my foundation, okay. Please note this. It's very important. Then I've explained how we use all this one before. This is beam to beam, okay. Then I will start from this beam here for my X direction. I'll press my control and I'll click, okay. You cannot see the reinforcement, don't worry, you are going to see it. Then I will do for all this point from here to this point, beam to beam, okay. Then I don't need to do for all this side. All I need to do now is to do from here to this point. So now I'm going to do from my beam to my slab, okay. Then I will select from here now and I will stop it at this point, okay. Then I'm going to do from let me see, from here I'll go to this side, okay. Then I don't need to do for all this one again. If you decide to do for it, then it is when you want to do your detailing. You now know that you've caused a serious work for yourself. Okay, then I will do from this point and stop it here. Okay, then I will do from here and stop it at this point. Okay, then the next one I'm going to be doing now is my Y direction. So I will switch to my Y direction now. Okay, then from beam to beam, don't forget beam to beam. Okay, beam to beam. Okay, and I'll take it from this point and I'll take it down this way. Okay, then I'll take it from here and take it to this point. I'll take this from here and I'll take it to this point. I'll take this from here and I'll take it to this point. I'll take this from here. If you don't know how to use your slab strip, please watch my video on how to do your slab strip. Okay, then what I'm going to do now is let me close this. I'm doubting if I select the right thing for this one. Properties, okay, beam to slab, that is fine. Beam to slab, okay, beam to slab, okay, that is fine. I'll click on update, I'll click on close. Okay, then I will proceed now to go and run my analysis. It's very important. Then before I proceed, I've told you how to do your settings. Okay, you check your concrete cover, you check your steels and others, which I believe by now you have done it. Then I will save my project first. And as you can see, this analysis has expired. Let me go to my 3D. This analysis has expired. So before I proceed for my Raft foundation analysis, I would like to quickly run this analysis first, building analysis. Okay. And I will go to analysis, building analysis. I will check these two boxes. Yes, to select bars. I will click on building analysis. Give it time to load. For this design, we are using the Euro code, okay? Give it time to run your analysis. Then my analysis is done. I'll click on OK. I'll click on close. And I'll click on close. I'll close this again. I'll close this my analytical model. Okay, as you can see, I've successfully run my analysis and everything is passed. Then I'll proceed now to run my finite element raft analysis for the foundation. Okay, then I'll go to, if you look at my cursor here, you see finite element raft foundation analysis. You click on it. Okay, once you click on it, on this soil subgrade coefficient, leave it at the minimum. Okay, then you check this, you check this one. Okay, you check this apply live load reduction. Okay, leave this, you don't need to check this. Then this is allowable stress of soil, you leave it for now. Okay, you go and check that later, you go and work on that later. You can only get this one from your soil report. Okay, this is from your soil report. Then you go to foundation, you go to Raft foundation mesh and analysis, you click on it. we have edited our materials before. So you click on this, you give it time. Okay, as you can see, you click on generate model. Okay, you change this split element to 800. Okay, once you change that to 800, then you click on generate model. Okay, as you can see, this is our model. We have successfully generated our model. Okay, once you generate your model this way, all you need to do is to close this. Okay, then you give it time to process. As you can see, let me select this. Okay, once you do this, then you come to this allowable stress of soil. Then you enter the value given to you by your geotechnics engineer. Okay, let's assume the soil test for this is, okay, that is our soil report. Okay, once you enter that value, then you click on analysis post-processing. You click on it. Okay, as you can see, you are going to click on your standard contour. Okay, and it's going to give you your standard contour. Then what you need to do is you are going to load in all these. You're going to load in your bending moments. You're going to load in your design moments, required areas of steel. Okay, you are going to load them in one after the other. Then you select the second one. You load them in one after the other. Okay, you load them in one after the other. Okay, there are cases where your area of steel for your slab will fail. Okay, we'll be talking on that later. Then select this one. Okay, let's take this. Let's select this. Let's select this again. Let's select this. Okay, you load all this one after the other. Can you see? Can you see this? Can you see? You click on OK. This is when your area of steel are filled. Okay. Then, if you want to check your loading, the total load for the structure, okay, you click on your soil pressure, and it's going to bring your total load here. As you can see, can you see that? Then you hover your cursor. If you hover your cursor to it and pay attention to this side, you see if anyone is failing here, it's going to show you warning. Okay, it's going to show you warning. Okay, can you see that? Can you see? Let me go to the module. Okay, can you see all that? Okay, then once you are done with that, all you just need to do is to close this. Then transfer slab strip FE analysis results. I'll say yes. Click on OK. Then you give it time to transfer the slab strip result. As you can see the readings here? Okay, give it time to perform that. Okay, once that is being completed, all you need to do is you click on transfer foundation beam result. Okay, you click on this, and as you can see foundation beam finite element results are transferred. Okay, then you click on OK, or close rather. Then once you are done with that, I can save my project. Okay, can you see? Then the next thing you need to do now is that how do you check your foundation beam result? Okay, how do you check your beam result? Then you go to your story zero plan, you go to your design here. Okay, you go to foundation beams. As you can see, all our beams are filled. Okay, all our beams are filled. All you need to do now is to click on batch design, beam design batch mode. You click on it. Then I can say check steel, select new steel when previous bars are insufficient, and I can click deselect all bars. I'll click on calculate, then I'll give it time to calculate it. Okay, then I'll click on close. As you can see, all our beams have successfully passed. Okay, then I've also told you that you should not just rely on the software. You need to double click on it. Then once you double click on it, you check your beam and you work on them one after the other. It's very important. It's very important. I think as time goes on, we'll be working on that. I can select this now. For me, I like using extending to left. For this one, I will also extend it to right. Or let me see, extend left to lap. Okay, I don't need to lap anything at that point. Let me see. I will click on this right, sorry, and I will say extend right to lap. Okay, I will check this and I will say extend left to lap. Okay, and I will say extend right to lap as well. So you have to check all your beams one after the other. Okay, I'll click on OK, then I'll click on close. Then as you can see, this is our foundation beam. If you go to your story 0 now, you see that your structure has successfully passed. Okay, can you see this is showing us now that this beam has not been designed. Okay, this beam has not been designed. Okay, all you need to do now is to delete this model. You delete this particular beam and rerun the analysis. Okay, we are going to rerun the FE foundation analysis. You can do that by yourself. Okay, you rerun the analysis, then you make sure that everything passed. Okay, it's very important. Then once you are done with that, or let me quickly show you how to do that. I'll select this one now and I'll delete it. I'll click on yes. So I'll select any beam, properties. Okay, I'll select this. I'll create another beam this way. Okay, then if you check this, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Then I'll go back. Let me first save this. Let me save this again. Then you go and run your FE Raft foundation analysis again. I'll go to analysis, FE Raft foundation. Then I'll go to, can you see this? Go and run the analysis again. I'll generate my model. Okay, and I'll close this, the same process. Then I'll go to, you give it time, it's going to go to the post-analysis process by itself. Okay, you don't need to touch anything. You give it time to go to that place. I'll click on 100, I'll type 100 rather. Okay, then I'll click on analysis post-processing. Okay, can click on your standard contours and you load all these. You load them one after the other. Okay, you load them one after the other. Can you see? That is our insufficient slab, F slab 14, foundation slab 14. Okay, as time goes on, I will show you how you can work on that. Okay, then I can close this and I'll click on OK. Give it time to transfer slab strip results. Okay, okay, and I will say transfer foundation beam results, and I will click on close. Okay, once I click on close now, all I'm going to do is I'll go back to my, let me go back to my design. On my design, I'll go to foundation beams. Okay, can you see that this one has not passed? Can you see? Then I'll go to beam design batch mode. I'll click on reselect batch. I'll click on calculate. And I'll click on close. As you can see, we don't have any beam that is not passed here. I'll click on close. Okay, then this is our story 0. If you notice very well before, you see that this is the beam that doesn't pass. Okay, and now it's not that it doesn't even pass. The software did not design it. Okay, and now it has successfully been designed. I'll go to my 3D for you to see. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay, can you see that? Can you see that there's no beam that has not been designed here? All the beams has been successfully designed. Okay, they have been successfully designed. So now our upper floors or our superstructure analysis has expired. To do that now, what I'll do is I'll go to analysis. Okay, I'll go to building analysis again. I'll run my building analysis. Run your building analysis. Okay, check this. Okay, check this building analysis. Okay, I'll click on OK, and I'll click on close. Okay, and I'll click on close again, and I will close this. As you can see, the superstructure has been successfully passed. Now the analysis has also affected the down one. So what do you do? So you go to your let's go to our design. Now you now go to foundation beams. Okay, then once you go to foundation beams, you now say beam batch mode design. Okay, and you click on calculate. Let me click on reselect all bars and calculate. Okay, then I'll close this now, and I'll close this. As you can see, all my design has successfully passed. Okay, don't forget, when you run your analysis and it's still showing you green, you still need to interact with your software. Okay, everybody, not everyone is going to tell you this. Okay, the fact that your building is showing green or your design is showing green on your software doesn't mean you should not interact with your design. Okay, it is very important. Okay, then I'll go to my story 0 plan now. As you can see, our reinforcement is not showing. How can we show our reinforcement? If you look at your left hand side here, you see that there are some high coms here. Then look at this particular one here, you see steel bars, show / hide steel bar layer, and at the same time you can right click and say arrange all steel bar, and you click on update steel bar. You click on it, then you give it time to update your ground floor slab steel bar. As you can see, all my steel bars have been successfully updated, and these are the steel bars. Can you see? These are all my steel bars. Okay, can you see that? Can you see that? Okay, this is what I'm telling you the other time. This is what I'm telling you. If you see this now, this is a slab and this is a slab. So this one is not supposed to be, okay, this one now, when I want to do it, what I did is I pick the end of beam here and I mistakenly pick the end of slab here, which is not good enough. So that is why you need to work on your slab strip very well. Okay, you need to check your design. Okay, I think we still have same challenges here. Okay, can you see that? So if you are not experienced enough, you will not know this. Okay, and I'm very sure it is because when we're explaining that is when we can you see what I'm saying? This is beam and this is slab, whereas it's supposed, even if I want to do that, it's supposed to be beam and this is supposed to be slab. Okay, can you see? So you have to make sure that your beam end is very correct. So I can just even choose beam here. Then during my detailing, and I'll delete this. I'll click on update. Can you see that? Can you see the changes I have here now? Okay, I'll close this. So you need to be very careful with your slab strip. Okay, can you see what I'm saying? I'm able to know this because of my experience. Okay, so you need to be very, very careful. Okay, this is where I'm going to stop for now. I hope you enjoyed this training. Thank you very much. See you in my next video.